It's another late one, and we're going for 3-0. Welcome to Still Plays. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Week 1, Season 79. We won the last round match, but this one I should have lost. We did a little gamesmanship. Actually, it's unintentional, really. Because if you caught that match, we were playing late at night. I was losing steam at some point, and then I decided I was just going to return in the morning. My opponent had gone. He did not complete the board, and just assumed that I had surrendered, because I had surrendered. I just, based on the GP discrepancy and the quality of his roster, I was like, there's no shot. And as soon as a couple counters failed, we switched into testing mode, and we just started throwing new teams in, throwing crons around, and seeing what would happen. Then, he left me an opportunity. So when I returned in the morning, I was able to just beat just enough teams in order to secure this victory. Now, I think we got a hold somewhere. Maybe he handled without issue the teams he faced. I don't recall. Yeah, here we go. Cadme. Yeah, and again, this is why I leave Cadme on defense despite her utility on offense. It's just she's a reliable defensive team. And a team that can pick up some holds every season has some value. And yeah, this one here. So this the Luminara Cron, which syncs with Kit Fisto and Cam. In 3v3, I don't think Lumi's adding much, so I left her out and just used Kit and Cam portions under Kellerin because there's some attack out of turn synergy. And he was the most sensible leader really remaining. And that functioned quite well, it looks like. And today's opponent is Molly Eliza. 13.8 million GP, 13.87 technically, so 45k more than me. Just barely nosing ahead, tied on Zetas. Omicrons, though, I've got a sizable lead of 16 here, tied GLs. I have more relic units than this person. I never have more relic units than opponents. But I guess we are in a lower Kyber 2 bracket because of my inconsistent participation last season, hence the kind of lack of videos. With the relic tiers, 1689. I've got more tier total as well. Yeah, so we're seeing advantages that I usually never have, particularly in an opportunity to go 3-0 for a week, which means it's going to look really bad if I mess this up. Tier 5s, I've got more. Tier 7, he has a ton of tier 7. He's got way more than me, so that's an advantage to him, but I have more at tier 8. He's got a few more, 7 more at tier 9. So he is better on the top end. Mod-wise, I have better averages, both on the plus 25 and the top 500 averages. And you see that in the raw counts as well. I've got way more 25 plus. I've got 85-ish more 20 plus, and the 15 plus, I've got 160 more. Datacrons, low participation. So we're beating him there too. So really, other than relics, which goes to him, I'm winning most other metrics. His modding on the GLs, he's winning. So he does have some good modding there. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Unless you're doing like, especially with Datacrons, like maybe in other scenarios, but usually you're using a GL that is going to win its match, where the difference in speed is not that important. Like maybe if we were still in a squad arena period, maybe if there were some other things going on, but I'm a little bit more interested in distributing some of those excellent speed mods elsewhere in the roster. Because if I'm using a GL where there's a chance I can lose, then I'm usually in a compromised position that I don't want to be in. Alright, what do we got next? Melgus, he's got a 111 with really nice speed. I'm jealous of it. He's got a nice star killer. His modding's looking really good. on the individual characters. You can see he's actually beating me in a number of these. Yawning's a bad sign. We're probably not going to finish this match tonight. I'm going to probably run out of steam at some point. Way too fast Malicos. I prefer a real slow Malicos. He's got, what else here? We got Baudelaire, Bane, both tripled, nothing on Jar Jar, Cadmaze with triple, Luthen with nothing. I think he's a little too focused. He's got triples or nothing. And we're seeing that on Exile, Dre, and Balin. Okay. Gas at 301 speed. We'll look for him in a moment. Now looking at the quality of that modding. I'm looking for gas. So Starkiller was above. There's gas right there. And his Afra. It puts him at 60-ish characters plus or minus. I didn't double check his second sister, but I'm at like 75, so we're in the range of like 15 more. But he's got the right characters modded, so it's not so black and white. So like, yes, I technically have more, but he has a lot of key characters modded extremely well, and like pound for pound, a lot of them are better than my own. Oh, and he's playing. Because this was like a little bit ago, it was not like this. Okay, so Nihilus here getting a hold, which is why I put Nihilus down. I really like Nihilus for offense. So that was a decision I didn't want to make, but we made. And I did make some minor changes. We'll talk about it when we get to the back wall. So no issues there. What's going on in the back? Hasn't started it yet, but I put in Wookiees and I took out Second Sister because I was a little worried we were going to see Cody, and then I put in the Bad Batch instead of Admiral Trench. Trench has just been a long holdover because Trench used to trip people up somewhat surprisingly regularly, which is why I did it. But I really wanted Watt for offense. I wanted the option to pair JMK with Watt if we had to go up against Vayne. Now looking at his defense, I did scout this a little bit ahead of time, but you can see he does not have complete crons on everybody. We're looking at Balin, Pirate Hondo with the Vayne cron. Just a check. Maybe he's been sloppy. Maybe a little sloppy. Then we're looking at Radis, Third Sister, and Stranger. Stranger, no cron. And then Tarkin, no cron. Then Jabba, Qui-Gon, Maz, and Rey. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to attack the top, because I want to see what's going to happen with those GLs up there. Because this is where a little bit more, well, I guess it's only one GL. Plus Stranger, but Stranger with a relic, or a 4-star relic, 2 Maul, no cron. But still, maybe we want to do Stranger Mirror? But we're going to do Lord Vader. Alright. Apo, CX2. They're going Dark Side. I guess the extra turn metered. Is there anything I like more? No. We'll take one of these scoundrel ones though for the extra stats. Go full screen and get started. Do want to cover a little bit of nonsense. Last video we went on thoughts of the Boys series finale. Today I think we're going to do a little Jack Ryan, because Amazon just put out a movie, Ghost War. I think Ghost War. I'm going to take a minute and focus on this though, because there is a little risk of timing out here if I'm not focused. And he does have good mods, so we need to be a little mindful of that. Alright, second attack on Stranger with CX, so we're about to get Order 66, although I can place Order 66 on... No, we're just going to save it. I'm not going to do it. Maybe I should have. Okay, that's fine. Come on. Don't stun me. But of course. Alright, so that just means we gotta wait a little bit longer until we get our opportunity for CX to land at Order 66. I'm going to save that for Order 66. I'm going to save it. Alright, here we go. So Order 66 on Stranger. Okay. Got a bunch of dots there. We can get a little... annoying. Alright, CX2, throw this Order 66 back where it needs to be. I could have triggered those dots. Saving it has done nothing for me. Oh, we were stunned for a good chunk of time where I would have liked to have done it. Yeah, so the Jack Ryan movie is completely terrible. Not, I mean, I don't even want to call it terrible. I wish I had as strong of an opinion as that. It was so nothing. Like it was barely a movie. It was like an advertisement for Dubai and weird surveillance state propaganda. Okay, let's auto. So that worked out good, which means, man, am I gonna? I don't feel good about any of these Pirano options. I think I'm going to JMK it. And we may have to clean it up after that. I'm just wondering if it's really necessary. Because what if... I just don't really trust my strangers since I forgot to promote. And then SOKR and stuff's not going to work. I think the data in the 3v3 didn't have this crown last time we had 3v3. Do I? No, that's after. I have Galactic Republic crowns now, but that was after lock-in. Let's do this. All right. I think this is the right play. Weapons tech over onto Cat. Goodbye. Reset. Eliminate Vayne. Start charging the ultimate. And see if we do enough damage before it's over. Why does that always happen? Like once with JMK, it happens. So like I know they have evasion up, but he's a GL. I'm sure he has like evasion mastery or some nonsense. I'm just annoyed. Right. That was nice. Let's work on getting to the ultimate because I'm about to die. I know I should have done the reset because that would have helped heal me. Whatever. There we go. Let's auto from here. All right, so Jack Ryan. It almost felt like it should have been like a 4th season. No, there wasn't enough of like a structure to even be like a 4th season. It was just a movie. It's like the John Krasinski Amazon Jack Ryan's, and I'm well into my like dad movie phase of my life, which honestly that's been true since high school. And I do kind of like Krasinski as Jack Ryan. I know plenty of people don't, and there's criticisms of it. I don't know how much I feel like that's Krasinski and how much that is like the script and how they're approaching it, because he has turned into like increasingly more of like an action star or like a wannabe action star, which is not really who Jack Ryan is, at least in like some of the early stuff. So it doesn't have like what kind of works about like the Harrison Ford versions, or even the Chris Pine version had. I didn't like Chris Pine as it, but that movie is a little underrated. I don't even remember what it's called. And I'm not like a huge Clancy person. It was more like that was my dad's stuff, was Clancy. So it was like around, but I wasn't like jumping in. Alright, yeah, this is SOKR, which we can do later. So let's head down below. We got Radis and this. That all worked out great, which means we can now do Ray. Because I was holding off on Ray because I wanted to make a determination about if I was using Stranger here or not. Because I've been doing Seer Junda, but I've had to clean up Seer Junda every single time. So it's clearly not the way I want to play it. Especially if we're going for banners. Do I want the extra turn meter? That seems like a good idea. Yeah. That seems like a good idea. So we're doing Stranger here, which should make this all better. Let's get a stun out. Dispel the crit hit immunity. We'll throw a fracture over on Swallow. Alright. There, we can drop it. We are unleashed. Damage immunities all around. Let's start working on Ray. Not quite there. Let's do this one. Okay, Cal's down. Can I throw bleed on you? Yeah. Okay. Let's increase the stats. We're gonna still use the special with Stranger because may help me survive some of this. Have you damage immunity yet? No. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. I've been saving the AoE for this. Not quite. There we go. That's why we're saving it. Okay, Qui-Gon with the Lumi, which does have cam synergy, which does what again? Instant defeat a target enemy. Instant defeat a target enemy. Like, that is big. But it also means, you know what I want? I want to make sure because instant defeat doesn't counteract revives. Like Cat, like when Cat instant defeats, the people can come back. So it seems like remnants, unless they target Enoch, which won't be the biggest deal. I feel like this should be able to do fine, because this is normally a counter anyway. But do I not want to do this because I should do Jabba first? Because I need to think through how I'm handling Jabba. Because we don't have JMK anymore. JML's not going to work. Or am I using Balin? Like maybe should Balin be on defense? Is Wampa overkill? No, let's just do Wampa. There's just so many ways to beat this team that I don't know if this is the best. Alright, we got a protection up. It's just auto. Yeah, so Jack Ryan, this series, Season 1 I liked quite a bit. I don't really even remember it at this point, but I do remember liking it. Season 2, like I know some people didn't like it. I thought it was fine. It wasn't good. It wasn't as good as Season 1. I didn't think it was bad. I enjoyed it well enough. Season 3 was terrible. I hated it. They're all, though, very forgettable in a way where I can't tell you the plot of any. I think there's a jungle in the second season. There's a love interest in the first season that I think was good. Third season, I just remember hating it. And this movie, like you got Bunk from The Wire. His character, who has been in all of the seasons, he's becoming a target or is involved in something. Doesn't really matter. It's just more of an inciting incident. And then a bunch of nonsense happens and they don't really establish why you should care about any of it. some action sequences that you can see like they want to do Jason Bourne, but they don't have the budget for it, so it's not that good. And plus, the secret sauce of the Bourne movies was Tony Gilroy, the writer of Rogue One and Andor. We gotta keep it moving. Tony Gilroy is amazing. I love everything that he does. This is one of my most, when we went through my list of the movies I've rewatched the most since 2001, like Michael Clayton's on that list. Gilroy wrote that. Michael Clayton's a fantastic movie. What am I doing here? What was on my list? I didn't even write it down. What are we doing here? I just looked this up, what my plan was for Maz, and I didn't write it down, and I've already forgotten it. Oh, it was Serjunda. So we're going to do Serjunda here under the assumption that things worked for me. They did. So we'll probably do that. On the back wall, I'm expecting some combination of Ahsoka, Jedi Master Mace, and Cadme, but he has made some changes since last season. So I want to be careful, because I don't have a lot of confidence that things are completely unchanged. Or I do have confidence that things are changed. I don't have a lot of confidence of what my theories of who they could be. I think some, like Ahsoka, Jedi Master Mace, they're likely going to be there based on some of these other changes. Is that looking good? Good enough. I don't like how this is going. This feels bad. This feels like Ethano is messing this up. I need to understand this Ethano ground more. Alright, let's protection up. No, because I'm only going to get one hit on to Maz before the taunt. Come on, man, that's so annoying. Alright. Damage immunity gone. We got him marked. I wonder how long that marked was there. I need to understand this Kron because it is very annoying. What? Why is this going so poorly? This looks like it should be a good counter. And I don't feel like the Kron is that good to be making this much of an impact. Like, I feel like there's a world in which this went really bad. Maybe it went exactly how it's supposed to go. I don't know, it's my first time doing that one. We got the intended result. Alright, I was holding back Imperial Remnants here because I was a little concerned that I might want them for Jabba, because they are an excellent Jabba cleanup, but I want to see what happens here. Awesome. Can we stop him before he instant defeat? You know what? Maybe I should let him do it. I'm gonna let him do it because I want to see him. I want to see him do it. Yeah, we're not gonna get. Wait, this doesn't go through foresight, right? Yeah, he's not. We never got to the moment. I want to keep Leia just in case. What was up top? What was up there? We had third sister, right? Balin. So let's on this new Radiscron that we haven't seen before. Alright. This one we're not messing around with. This is SOKR. Because worst case scenario, we take 2 attempts at Jabba. Worst case scenario with Balin is we get stuck. Oh, and we have Balin. I keep forgetting I have Balin. Alright. Stun and control. Stun and control. Yeah, let's throw shock on everybody. We swipe. Yeah, let's just do it. Alright, we're good. Okay, so this movie, I barely even have an opinion on the movie. But we're going to continue talking about it. A movie that I know none of you have watched. Because this is like a weird niche that I hope... It's not, I mean, it's not that big. It's not that small of a niche. We should get a Splinter Cell movie. Or a Rainbow Six movie. You know what I wish would have worked? The Michael B. Jordan, though, Without Remorse. Like... I know people didn't like it because of the differences between like the book and stuff, but I thought it was, as far as like Clancy slop goes, it was good enough. It was decent enough. I have a pretty low bar of tolerance of what I will accept when it comes to this stuff. And that is just to speak to how much I detested this movie. That it couldn't even meet this like bar that is like an inch above the floor when it comes to Clancy fare. All right, let's keep it moving. I really have no idea how I want to approach Jabba. I guess let's think about what's left. Or potentially left. There could be Ahsoka, in which we'd be doing Seabane. Lord Vader, we would be doing Leia. JML could take out something. What else would be left? Whatever we would use a JML for. It's feeling like... Yeah, Balin's completely safe. But can the Balin Kron beat Jabba? Or where can I reallocate Balin? Like if I could just use Leia here. Which I said Lord Vader. What does... Balin beats Lord Vader. I think I did that last round. Yeah, I did do it last round, but it was a desperation play, and it's not the highest win rate. And I don't think we should feel like we get that lucky again. But maybe we do it anyway. I'm feeling increasingly like maybe Leia's my choice here. No, I think Balin beats this. Okay. I wanted to say like what even is my ranking of the Clancy stuff, but some of them I haven't seen in so long that I don't remember them enough. I should rewatch them. Because, like, I don't remember which one's Patriot Games and which one's Clear and Present Danger. That's where I'm at. Because those movies, they've just turned into a single movie. And it's like trying to say the plot of, like, the Fast and the Furious movies, to corresponding with the correct title. No idea which Fast and the Furious movie is which one. Okay. Good sequence there. Awesome. Now, what kind of presents do you have for me on the back wall? And are we going to stop for the night? Okay, here we go. So Ahsoka, Jedi Master Mace, that's what I was expecting. Cadme, I'm a little concerned about. Do we have a Cadme counter? Honestly, not really. I think we gotta go Hail Mary route. Or, well, we don't really have an... Oh wait, no. What am I talking about? Because I was preparing for Lord Vader, who's not here, so I'm fine. We have an extra team. So do what? If I do, I could just do Leia then up instead of doing C Bane up against Ahsoka. We can do Leia here, which allows me Bane up against Cadme, and then I have Sith Eternal Emperor for something else. Yeah, all right, we're good. Oh, we have Jabba. I always forget I have taken Jabba off of defense because he's not what he used to be. I finally re-rolled and got the Katarn Kron, so at least next week we can use Katarn for a little bit. I'm losing steam. All right. Okay. Nice. I should have went with the stun. Because the stun, maybe we could stop him from recovering right now. That was a bad call. I should be playing this. Okay. This is doing nothing for me. Let's do this. Ooh, give me a stun now. What I should have done before, and we may have been able to have taken out Exile by now if I would have done that. So annoying. I'm gonna wait a turn because I'm not gonna get ambushed with that where her turn meter's at. I'm gonna save that. Here we go. This is the timing we need. I can do that, and I can do this. Boom, there's my ambush. Not gonna be able to get it on exile though. And they're not letting me target him. I'm gonna go for a stun. Awesome. Auto. You may have noticed I have not mentioned Sum of All Fears once until now, because it's terrible. Don't like that one. Chris Pine's better. The Chris Pine one's better than Sum of All Fears. I think I liked that the scope of the Chris Pine one was smaller. I don't even remember what it was called. That's where I am with it. Alright, so that lets me go Bane here. What? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Jeez. I thought I entered the battle. Oh my god. Yeah, that might be a sign to go to sleep. Yeah, we'll do this battle and then I'm going to sleep. Because I thought we just stepped into disaster. For like having such a nice evening doing this. Let's increase. Awesome. Awesome. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. I want to get into... The algorithm has been doing a great job feeding me clips of movies and TV shows that I would say are very, like, core my taste. Like they are still plays movies. Like, the types of things that if I see a clip from, I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna watch it. And it's inspired some rants for me, but I think maybe we'll talk about that in the morning or something, because I think we're gonna stop right now. Yeah, I'm tired. We're back. Happy Memorial Day. I'm feeling a little lazy and not going to put on the uniform, so if I lose, that's why. Now, my opponent has attacked and did quite well. So I don't remember where they left off, but you can see one-shots here. We're going to see more one-shots on the back wall. And with Fleet as well. We did get that one hold, though, up front. with Nihilus. So that does give us theoretically the room to win, although I feel like we've had a couple lower banner wins, but so far we have one-shot everything. And I don't know why I'm saying this like you guys haven't waited 10 seconds. Like, you guys know what's going on. We've beaten the strong teams. Now we're just cleaning up these weaker ones. We just need to do it in a smart way and then hope nothing bad happens in fleet. The only thing I'm really concerned about is maybe Radis, because this is new. So we just need to be very thoughtful about how we approach this one. And we probably want to do that earlier than later to make sure we don't utilize a counter that we should be prioritizing for here. Like JML could easily handle that mace, but maybe we handle that mace with like a Melgus and use Radis over there. Though I'm just, with the Relic 9s here and everything, I'm kind of feeling like using JML on mace. Like, Boba Fett's not a big deal, Iden's not a big deal, they don't have Krons. And then we're looking at third sister, and did I use Bo-Katan? No, we have Bo-Katan. Now with Bo, the only thing I'm concerned about is this Kron. Really, it's the purge consumption and the expose mechanic that would be a threat, but the damage immunity from the level 9 is not going to be a concern because Bo will be able to dispel that. I still think Bo is probably our best choice there. We do have some other decent characters. All right, let me think. Radis. I need to take a minute and understand what's going to happen with this. All right, so this is K2SO, which I should make a note about that I need to level up because he's important for this Kron. And there's attacks out of turn, so he's going to get to his ability faster. He's going to get to that like semi-ultimate faster. So I'm thinking about using Melgus here so that we have a fear mechanic to counter this. Because some of the other counters I don't think are going to do great, like Gungans or something, I don't think are going to do great. But if we're using Melgus there, and then shifting to JML with Jedi Mace, which will be fine. And no, and I have Sith Eternal Emperor. Oh, we're golden. I forgot. And we have Jabba. We're fine. Okay, we're completely fine. My brain's catching up with where we've left off. Yeah, let's just get started with this. This we can do. Actually, let's do. I have a Watt, right? What? Oh, I use Watt with JMK. It's really not enough for me to reconsider. Maybe we could think about armor. Should I think about armor? I think we're fine. We're going up against Jedi. I think we're fine. And no Sith Kron next week. Will tank revive? I don't have a great C though, and so a lot of these characters aren't good, and we're going up against level 9 that I am like a little concerned. Let's do base. Maybe it should be Deepa, but we're gonna do. Oh, we gotta go big screen. All right, so we got capture on our friend. We have healing immunity over there. I can help her recover protection, so we will help Talon. Let's clear the foresight. I really want to take her up higher. She's a character I like quite a bit. Okay. Let's link them up. I just don't. I'm a little. What I'm concerned about is banners. I don't feel like we were stripping banners enough. And I feel like he was stripping banners. I think we'll be able to one-shot. I'm just a little concerned that cumulatively we've been eroded. I think Bo-Katan's definitely our best choice. Okay. And I have no turn meter. Oh, I need light side, light side, light side, light side. Okay. Do I take a mercenary crown away? To get defense penetration. I don't really feel like I need that for Calcesta, so we're going to take that away. That doesn't feel good. Get that damage immunity. We have a good attack out of turn. We have... I'm gonna go Inquisitor. Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, they have healing. It's the Dispel I'm a little intrigued by. But actually, the Dispel is going to even throw more exposes. We're just going to go basic. Okay. I can't heal. Let's just take her out. I would have tried to increase banners otherwise. Now, the only thing I'm considering is, do I want to look at one of the GLs, or do I just really feel that strongly about Melgus? I mean, I feel pretty strongly about it. Fallen inflicts a debuff. Max health. We'll do it. The big thing here is we need to go after K2SO first. Debuffs. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Hit the shock. Spread the shock. More of that. Alright, she's feared, and it's going to be... She's primed to be taken out quick once we get our abilities. And you can see the fear mechanic is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Really slowing down Radis so that he's not a concern. We can hit that stagger. Alright, we drain, take out K2SO. Take out Jin. Oh, come on. Oh wait, I'm remembering this stuff wrong. We have to take out Radis. What? I'm getting old. That's what you're seeing here. Alright, we'll block. I'm going to hit these staggers because we can't really do anything to hurt Radis. Alright, now we're going to drain. This is getting annoying. We just need to get to our abilities in like the right combination. I need that 1-2 punch. Jeez, come on. Was his cooldown ready? Yes. Yes! There we go. So that clears that. Then down below is just junk. We can overpower this. Alright, we can I can Java solo this and we can pick up a couple banners. And let's just auto. All right, what do we have nonsense I didn't wrap up with? We're talking about Tom Clancy movies way too much. I'm trying to finish up Paradise Season 2. I keep falling asleep on the finale. I like it fine. It's done its job of distracting me from watching Daredevil and Maul, which I really need to make time for. It'll probably be the next stuff that I watch. Grogu came out. I'm not going to go to the theaters for that. We'll wait till it becomes available on streaming. I think the next time we go to theaters, it's going to be for Odyssey and Supergirl and... Is there anything else I want to see? There's a couple horror movies I'm actually quite interested in right now, like Obsession that's in theaters right now. That looks really good. I want to see that. And then there's one coming out soon called Backrooms that I also want to see. And I might not be patient enough to wait until they're on streaming. I'm feeling impatient. What, can we just... Let's eat her. Can we eat her? Where are we with this? 96. Okay, let me take over for a minute. But she's almost dead. She's almost dead. I'm gonna eat Storm because I want to speed this up, and I feel like now that Storm's out of the way, we can do some thermal action and just focus down on Aiden. Well, Rancor needed to eat her. That's what I'm neglecting. We can focus down on Death and take Death out easy now. I should have ate Aiden. But Storm was just really annoying me. None of this matters. Awesome. And then Boba Fett, I mean, maybe... Can we JML solo Boba Fett? Is that an option? Because I want to pick up banners anywhere we can right now. I think it is. I think... Oh, God. I want to do something like Cassian. Let's take a look at Fleet. Maybe we can have a little bit of fun today. All right. Profundity. Actually, let's do this in order. We're not going to have any fun today. Today's about getting crystals and winning this match. Let's take those. Focusing on Zam. Alright, moving over to Boba Fett, and here we go. I might shift right into roster building after we wrap this match up. And I only want to be... I'm taking that off of reinforcements. I think I'm going to manage things today. Because sometimes the auto will work, but it makes some bad choices sometimes. We're getting great RNG. We don't always get that. Let's clear the foresight. Okay. Let's just make sure we take it out before, because I don't want to risk doing the other ability and not getting assists. That would have been really annoying, because then we would have had to take on this onslaught. Okay. Oh, from here we can auto. We're gonna do endurance versus the negotiator, but I don't always feel good about that one. The one thing with this is I've made the mistake before of trying to undersize this, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. And what's the best for banners? We are looking at Rex, Starfighter, and then we're gonna need clone and do we throw in Anakin? I'm gonna hold off Anakin. Which hopefully we don't regret. Alright, throw the Valor out. I threw the target lock over on Anakin so that because I know we're going to get behind a taunt fairly soon. I'm a little concerned about relic levels impacting some of this, like losing my Rex, like right now. Okay, good thing you didn't. And it happened anyway. Now we're bringing out Sarge. Okay, we're gonna Valor and ability block. Get rid of the taunt. Anakin's not exposed. We're still gonna do this ability, although the other one was tempting. I'm gonna heal up. That's annoying. That healing immunity is a problem. Crit hit immunity, recovery, taunt. Or we bring up, we're gonna bring up low. Turn meter. Make sure we take out Anakin. Yeah. We got our AoE. Like, had I not brought in Plo Koon, we would have lost Sergeant and things could have fallen apart pretty quick. Okay, so now you got Plo, you got that. Okay. Never ending. Ah! Yeah, we would have completely lost this had we lost Sergeant. I'm just spreading some of the healing around for bannery purposes. Oh, that clock is not looking great. And here we go. But this should be good for banners. We did lose one ship, though. 72. And this last one. Just a standard little Chimera battle. Defender coming out. We're going to get our stun onto the bomber. Drop down the conflagration. We're going to pull turn meter. I'm gonna mark Spy in case she stealths again. Oh, buff immunity. Let's take advantage of this. Who needs it? Looks like Vader. Where are we at? 69. Nice. Where are we at? Did I win? Hell yeah. Great. I mean, tough little match. It's fun. It went well. We one-shot it all. We had to think through it, but things were fine. I mean, we were pretty even with GP, but I had the advantages elsewhere. I wanted this one. I wanted this 3-0 week. Really want those crystals because I'm just getting hammered right now with the eras. And we were on the lower end of Kyber too, so I really want to climb up faster. And for next week, we got a lot of little changes. We got better crons. Got a whole lot more of them. I I got some great rerolls, and I'm going to level up a bunch of my roster so that it can actually utilize a lot of these things. So thanks for watching BX and each other, everybody. This still plays Galaxy of Heroes.